Imagine it's negative 20 degrees outside. You're 80 years old. Your only source of warmth for decades, a simple coal stove, has been filled with cement by the police. You have a choice. Pay more than your entire year's income to turn on a gas heater, or survive the night in a house that is literally freezing. This isn't a scene from a Black Mirror episode. This is the hierarchy of warmth. It's a world where drones hunt for smoke, and the elderly are told to sacrifice their lives so the city can breathe. Today we're looking at the devastating human cost of China's war on smog. For years, China's blue sky defense has been hailed as a miracle. On paper it is. PM 2.5 levels, the deadly particles that clog your lungs, have plummeted by 41%. But for an American audience, it's hard to grasp the trade-off. Imagine if the US government banned all wood-burning stoves and oil heaters in the Midwest overnight, without providing a way to pay for the electric bill. The air in Beijing is clear because the fires in the countryside have been extinguished. To save the urban middle class, the government forced millions of rural residents to switch from coal to natural gas. But as we're about to see, this policy has created a survival crisis for those least able to afford it. If you've ever had to choose between a basic necessity and a bill, let me know in the comments. It helps us understand the gravity of these trade-offs. The drones and the purge. In provinces like Hebei, the transition wasn't a request, it was a siege. To enforce the coal ban, authorities deployed a surveillance net that feels like a sci-fi thriller. One local resident, standing in a village square while watching a thermal drone hover over his neighbor's roof, described the chilling efficiency of the new enforcement. He noted that even the smallest spark of survival is now a liability, saying, "Anything you burn produces smoke. Drones see everything clearly." If a drone detects a heat signature, officials are at the door in minutes to confiscate coal or pour cement into stoves. Online, netizens have started calling this the Purge 2.0. Just like the movie, it feels like a state-sanctioned elimination of the vulnerable. In the US, if a policy caused mass freezing, it would be the lead story on every news network. In China, the response is silence. Reports of elderly people passing away from the cold are scrubbed from the internet within hours. The state wants the blue skies, but they want the silence even more. The math death trap. Why don't they just turn on the gas? Because of a mathematical death trap. To understand this, we have to look at the hierarchy of warmth through the lens of income. In northern China, the average rural pension is just 200 yuan per month. That's about $28. Compare that to the average US Social Security check of $1,900. For an entire year, a Chinese villager might see less than $350. Here is the cruelty. Rural residents, the poorest people in the country, are often charged more for gas than residents in wealthy Beijing. While a city dweller pays 2.60 yuan per unit, a farmer pays 3.18. We hear this desperation in the voice of a farmer from Henan province. He is a man who worked the land for 50 years, yet now he stands staring at his utility box in a state of shock. He described the experience of watching his life savings vanish in real time. The meter numbers are shooting up like a rocket. When the cost of heating for 4 months is 5 times your annual income, clean energy isn't a benefit, it's an eviction notice from life. The cry for justice. The anger in the countryside is reaching a boiling point. Consider the words of a middle-aged son in Shandong, standing in his elderly parents' freezing living room. His breath is visible as he asks the question the government doesn't want to answer. Gas here is more expensive than in Beijing. Why should farmers pay the bill? It is a question of basic humanity. In one heartbreaking video, a woman who survived the hardships of the 1960s directs an emotional plea at the local leadership, her voice trembling with the cold. She asks a question that strikes at the heart of the hierarchy of warmth. Do you have parents? Can they afford gas? These aren't political activists. These are the people who built modern China with their manual labor. They survived the Great Famine, only to be told in their twilight years that their lives are secondary to the air quality metrics in the capital. The result? A silent epidemic of hypothermia. The elderly stay in bed for 20 hours a day, wearing 5 layers of clothes, praying the winter ends before their heart stops. Top-down failure. How did a green policy go so wrong? It's the result of one-size-fits-all governance. When the central government demands a reduction in smog, local officials don't care about human comfort, they care about their promotions. If the metric says no coal, they remove the coal. But rural homes aren't built like modern apartments. They have thin walls and no insulation. Using a gas heater in a traditional village house is like trying to heat a tent with a hairdryer. Without massive investment in weatherization, the heat just vanishes. This is energy poverty in its most lethal form. The blue sky defense is a statistical success. Lives are being saved in the cities, but we have to ask, at what cost? Environmentalism without social justice isn't progress. It's just a new form of inequality. The hierarchy of warmth proves that when we prioritize the metric over the human, someone always pays the price in blood and ice. If you found this investigation important, please hit the like button. It helps the algorithm bypass the silence and share these stories. Subscribe to join us as we uncover the complex forces shaping our world. Thanks for watching. Stay warm, look out for one another, and I'll see you in the next one.